สวัสดีค่ะ Hi everyone, welcome back. How's everybody doing? Fall is in the air. Hope the weather is nice at your end, nice and cool, and nothing's reminding us of fall more than just nice cool weather, beautiful leaf change, and also one more thing is pumpkin. Today our dish, we're gonna use pumpkin to making dessert, Thai style dessert. And the kind of pumpkin that we use for this recipe, we use kalabasa. And pretty much I think this is probably the only kind that we have in Thailand, if I'm not wrong. It's round shape and flat on top, and the skin is really hard. The one that we want to pick and use for our cooking, I mean in general, either make dessert or savory dish, we want the most ripe one. So we want to see some yellow color, hard skin, because they provide the most flavor, sweetness, creaminess, and also texture, crunch, and all of that. So this one. We'll have fun opening it. The next ingredient, of course, is coconut milk. For the dessert or even for general cooking, we normally divide using the coconut milk into two parts. The part we call head and tails. And the head is the creaminess and the thickness and the richness. For the tails, the one is more diluted. But since we're not milking our own coconut milk, all our coconut milk come in the can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the water to dilute part of these so become a tail so they can cooking for the long period of time. And for the thickened and the dense coconut milk or the head part, we normally add it on toward the end of the cooking. The next ingredients is palm sugar. This goes really well with coconut milk always. Keep the mild sweet, not jumping out too much, so that's perfect. And also salt is help to blend between the sweetness and creaminess, so make it perfect blend. We normally add leaf into our desserts a lot in Thailand, and this one, you probably seen this before, is pandan leaf. Pandan leaf is a very nice, especially if you rub or pinching it, you smell the nice flavor come out of it. So we use a lot for dessert, and we can even make juice out of this. So it's a good one. The other ingredient, these ones can be optional, and this is, I don't know if you ever heard of this before, it's called lime water. Right here, as you've seen, it just looks like regular water, but if you see in the bottom, those are a limestone paste that I dissolve into the water, and I just blend it in really well and leave it in about 5 to 7 hours for all the particles, because after you mix it at first, the particles still floating around in the water. So you'll make sure all those particles settle at the bottom until it's completely clear in order to be used in all the dish. And we use that a lot, like I said, it helps stabilize each of the food, like pumpkin. Because when we cook pumpkin is like potato. When you cook in the heat, the edge or the outside, the surface can be soft and mushy. So for this dessert, we'll prefer to see the texture is nice and crisp and clear. So the lime water helps stabilize that. And we also use it with banana dessert and also some other desserts as well. And I also seen they add into some kind of starch mixing for the fried food, just add the crunch into it as well. Well, let's not wait any longer, let's start cooking. First, we are cutting the pumpkin. Run the knife through all of these separations. And then, go for another slice. The pulp or the meat inside is really dense and hard. It's just a little bit different than the pumpkin that we use for jack-o'-lantern. So what we're gonna do next, we would like to scoop all the seed out. We're gonna remove the skin. I like to cut it to be a smaller piece. It's easier to remove the skin that way. So since pumpkin is loaded with vitamin A, and most of the vitamin for the vegetable or fruit is on the skin, so I will leave some of them on it so I get some vitamin out of this. But it's up to you. It's optional. If you want to peel it out all completely, that is totally fine too. So cutting the pumpkin, the way we want to cut for this dessert, we would like to keep it the length as much as possible. So we're gonna do julienne cut, kind of thick julienne cut for this pumpkin, like that. After you cut up all the pumpkin, and if you are using the lime water, this is the time to soak pumpkin in the lime water. You want to cover the pumpkin with all the lime water so they can get soaked up and get crunched evenly. An hour after soaking in lime water, I washed pumpkin in water thoroughly twice before we start cooking. At low heat, I will put in coconut milk, and just like I had mentioned about the tail part of the coconut, since we have pretty thickened coconut milk, so I'm adding some water to dilute it. We want to keep the heat low so the coconut will not become curdle, which that will not look so pretty, and also it become oily after it overheat too much. Next step, we're gonna add on palm sugar and salt and pandan leaf, which you want to roll it tight and wrap it all up as one piece so it's easier to be removed. And you just want to pinch it a little bit till their smell can contribute it easily into the coconut milk. When sugar and salt are already dissolved into coconut milk, we're gonna add pumpkin in this. As you've seen that we don't want to keep the heat too high, so it's pretty much just let everything melt it together at that kind of heat. So very low heat. So then we're gonna put all the pumpkin there. Then we'll move the heat up to medium. You want to give a frequent stir to prevent the coconut milk to become curdles. After about 15-20 minutes of the medium heat, it's all cooking up, and at this point we can remove the pan. And now you can also check if it's cooked well by just picking up a piece and poke the fork through it. It is cooked, it's soft, the fork can run through it. So we can turn off to low. And at this point, we can add another head of the coconut milk, the condensed one. Give a lightly stir. Let's put in the bowl. It's beautiful. Look at the shape of all the pumpkin and still remain the same. Smells so good. Good combination of a nice warm coconut milk and also the smell of the pumpkin. It's time to try it now. This is one of my favorite. A little sweet, warm coconut milk with the pumpkin and with a little good texture into it is so good. It's such a good fall dessert. I hope you liked the video today and might even try this dessert. It is a good one. Thank you for watching today and I hope you enjoy it. See you for the next video.